Welcome to Deep Breath Pilates. Thank you for joining us. My name is Chris, and I'm going to lead a class today on our abdominals. We're going to have an abdominal focus, particularly the deep abdominals. So what you'll need for class is a blue ball, and that's it. If you don't have a one of these blue squishy balls, something like a pillow, something that has a little bit of give will be just fine. So we're going to start on our backs and with our feet standing, and you're going to put your ball or pillow between your legs and just hold gently, not gripping too hard with the inner thighs, just a little hold. And we're going to check in again, as we do with the beginning of every class, with our spine. Our deep abdominals work most effectively when we're in neutral spine, or what I like to call the natural curves of our spine. So we're going to just feel those for a second. Start by just letting your body just fall into the floor. Let yourself feel that support. We'll take a few breaths here. And then you're going to listen into the curves of the spine. So we're going to feel for the tailbone being really heavy into the floor. We're going to notice and allow the low back curve away. And then we're going to let the chest and ribs rest down, and we're going to feel the weight of the back of the head. Maybe give the head a little lift if the back of the neck is feeling shortened. And maybe add a towel or a little pillow if you're still feeling like your chin is lifting up to the ceiling. Just give yourself enough lift so that you can have a nice long back of your neck. And then we're going to just take a few breaths. Just getting ready for our work today and letting go of what we need to let go of. So we are working with the deep abdominals. It's an underused muscle, and it's super critical for our back health and supporting all of the activities we do, from simple to more complex. It's a corset muscle. It wraps around into the back and attaches to fascia. The fibers run this way so that when we engage, we get a little bit smaller in the waist and a little bit taller through the upper body. So we're going to play with finding them. You're going to put your hands on your ribs, and I've got my thumb wrapped around the bottom of my ribs, and we're on the lower part of the ribs. And we're going to just take an inhale and let that inhale make the ribs really wide and deep into the hands and into the thumb. And then as you exhale, let the ribs come toward each other. On the inhale, expand, get wide and deep. And on the exhale, let those ribs come together and maybe feel the head float just a little bit. And inhaling. This is a great way to stretch all those little muscles between the ribs. And exhale. We're already starting to get into those deep abdominals. So let your hands rest. And we're gonna, actually, let's keep the hands here for a second. We're gonna add a little squeeze of the ball. So as you exhale, well, let's inhale first, get nice and broad and wide. And as you exhale and the ribs come toward each other, give the ball a little squeeze and feel yourself lengthen. And inhale, wide, release the ball, and exhale, lengthen. And inhale. And exhale, lengthen. Beautiful. So we've got the deep abdominals going. We're going to slip the ball out for a second, and I'm going to just have you hold the ball here and press in so that you feel a little activation in the upper body. We're going to take an inhale, and on the exhale, you're going to tighten that corset. We're going to do marching. Leg comes up to tabletop without disturbing the position of the pelvis. You inhale down without disturbing the position of the pelvis. Staying right on that tailbone. Exhaling, squeeze, and lengthen. And inhale down. So lifting on your exhale, really practicing engaging deep abdominals before you load them. And exhale, tighten. And inhale, lower. 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 Beautiful. We're going to take that ball and just set it to the side for now. And we're going to go to another exercise to challenge the deep abdominals just a little bit more than the marching. So for this, if your arms reach behind your thighs, you're going to hold here. If you need a TheraBand, I didn't mention that in the beginning, but go ahead and grab one. You can hold with the TheraBand around the bottom of your legs and let your arms rest down. But we're going to come into this position. This is our tabletop, and I am engaging the deep abdominals just to hold the legs up. We're going to practice loading this. This is an exercise from Zaina Grafoni, my mentor and an amazing PT and Pilates teacher. We're going to exhale, tighten those deep abdominals, and let the legs float away. It's called predict the load. You'll notice as the legs get further away, it's harder. And then inhale back. This is a teeny tiny motion, but it's super powerful. Exhale and tighten, legs float away. And inhale back. If you start to feel it in your back, you need to tighten more or do a smaller range or both. Exhale, tighten, legs float away. And inhale back. And exhale, tighten. And inhale back. And exhale, tighten. And inhale back. And exhale, tighten. And inhale back. One more time, exhale, tighten. And inhale back. We're going to do a little add on to this now. As you exhale, you're going to straighten the legs up to the ceiling, and I'm going to actually turn out and squeeze my legs toward each other. And then inhale back down into tabletop. So as my legs are straightening, they're starting to turn out. My heels are pressing into each other really strong. Coming back. And exhale, straighten. And coming back. And at any time, if you are starting to feel this too much in your hips or too much in your back, go back to one of the exercises that felt like a good challenge, either the marching or the predict the load. And one more time. And straighten. Building on this, you can keep doing that, or you can take the legs a little lower. And lift. And lower, keeping those heels glued together, and lift, keeping that pull in of the abdominals, and lift, and lower, 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 to a place where you can hold. We're going to make some frogs. Legs are going to come, heels are going to come towards you, knees are going to open, and then you're going to straighten out. You can hold, or if you want your arms down, for more challenge, you can take the arms away and squeeze. The lower you go, the more challenging. So you can play with what gives you challenge and what you can support with your abdominals. And push, inhale, and push, inhale, and push, zipping up that inner line. And inhale one more time, and push, and inhale. Good, coming back to tabletop. We'll do one more thing. If you need to take a little break, bring the legs down and take a few breaths, and then you can join us here. We're tapping down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a really great way to get the low abs. You might feel that really tightening You don't want to feel this in your low back. You don't have to go all the way down either. You can do part way. The goal is just to feel like you're really having to work those low abdominals. And down, and down, down. Let's do one more set. Down, and down, and then bringing the leg all the way down. Okay, we're gonna give our backs a little bit of stretch because even if we were working our abdominals, our backs got a little bit of work here. Grab your ball again. I'm gonna scooch down because I'm gonna reach overhead here. You're gonna take your ball here, and on your exhale, you're gonna scoop through the belly, coming up into your bridge. Feel maybe a little stretch through the front of the hip. And on your exhale, you're gonna start to come down through each vertebra as you reach the arms overhead, lengthening in two directions. And as you come down, you're gonna put the ball in one hand, circle around as you come into your neutral. And then we're gonna scoop up again, scooping up into our bridge. I'm not arching, I'm really scooped through my pelvis, feeling a stretch through my quads and my hips, and then lengthening down. And taking the ball in the other hand and coming around. I don't have much space on my left side. Coming up. And lengthening down, flowing through that bridge, sit bones nice and wide, circling around. And last time, scooping up. And exhale down, arms reaching overhead, lengthening and circling around. Beautiful. Now you can do this either on the ball if you want a challenge, or you can do this without the ball. If you want the challenge, you're going to put the ball into your sacrum. And you want it in a position that's not making you arch or making you tuck, where you can kind of keep those natural curves. And we're gonna work on some balance challenges here. You have to really stabilize to stay quiet on this ball. So make sure it's in the right place. Let's go over. And so what we're going to start with is that coming back to that marching exercise. So what does it feel like on this unstable surface? We're going to exhale and tighten, and you can have your arms down to feel, and inhale down. And as you're doing this, you've got your support of your arms. Try to be as quiet and still on the ball as if you were, you'd be able to do this without using the support of the arms. Guess what's coming? So you're tightening those deep abdominals, really holding that stability, really letting the tailbone sink into the ball. And we'll finish off our second side. And then we're going to try a challenge. So take one arm up and see what it feels like to do the marching. That right arm just stays up the whole time. See if you can be really light on your left arm. And exhale and tighten and lift. And tighten and lift. And you can just do this on your timing. You don't have to be with me. Whatever timing you need to tighten those deep abdominals so you feel nice and stable. Let's finish off this second side. And then we're going to take both arms up. So reach up high and then set your shoulder blades on so you feel like you've got a nice, secure upper body. And as you exhale here, you're really going to tighten and see if you can let the leg float up. And if this is too much, then you put an arm down. It's also not the end of the world if you slip off the ball. You don't have far to go. And I actually like to play with that falling off the ball in my unbalance and balance classes. Or I should say it the other way, balance and unbalance. Good. So if this is feeling okay, you want another challenge, we're going to take the leg up to tabletop and see what it feels like to bring the other leg to meet it. And that leg comes down. See if you can be so quiet on the ball that it's as if you were on a super stable, hard surface. Good. And the great thing about Pilates is there's just endless ways to build challenge into what we're doing. So if this feels good, what we're going to do is play with taking the body a little bit out of the center line. So that left leg comes down, the right leg's going to straighten out. Really ground through your standing leg. The right leg, you're going to start to let it open. Keep both shoulder blades down, nice and stable, and you're not counterbalancing with that leg open because I can go a lot further. But I want to keep that leg nice and straight and see how far I can go out to the side and in without losing my stability or my balance. Whoa! I almost lost it. And it's actually good to go a little bit to the edge just to see what that challenge can be. Let's do one more on this side. Good, and coming down, we're going to take the other leg up and take it out to the side. This side is harder for me to stabilize. You might notice that one side is easier. So just notice that difference. Keep working those deep abdominals. Keep working that standing leg, really pressing down into that foot, tailbone into the ball, and coming up and out to the side, and up, and side, and up. We'll do that one more time. Side, and up, and then coming back down. Beautiful. So just to sort of give the hips a little bit of release, we're going to just sort of make some circles with the pelvis. Just let it be nice and soft and easy. Let the front of the hips be nice and soft. It's like you're circling around that sacrum. And it's the movement you might do if you were circling a hula hoop, or if you were dancing and you were making a line with your pelvis, but just with the support of the ball. Then change directions. Good, and then we're gonna do a nice scoop through the pelvis, press into the front of the legs to stretch the front of the hips. Take a few breaths here, really pushing and lengthening. And then you're going to go ahead and lift up, slip the ball out and back between your hands. And we're going to come down one more time, rolling through the spine, one vertebra at a time, lengthening and reaching overhead. And you have done your deep abdominal exploration and strengthening. Thank you very much for joining this.